In this video, I'm going to share with you my experience of having imposter syndrome as a business owner, as a mom, and how I manage it every single day. Let's cue that intro, and while the intro is playing, comment below and let me know, have you experienced imposter syndrome? If you're brand new to this series, we have 2 more videos that you might want to check out before this one. This is part 3 in a 3-part video series. Let's cue that intro. Hey guys, my name is Rachel Peterson. I am a Minnesota-based mom of 3, and I own several businesses, including the Viral Touch digital marketing agency. Most of our businesses are underneath the umbrella of Rachel Peterson, my personal brand, but I also own Social Media United and several more companies. Now, I'm excited to share with you guys about my experience of imposter syndrome. Now, I'm not excited that I have imposter syndrome, except for the fact that because I've gone through it and still continue to work through it every single day, I can share with you what has worked well for me. I don't experience imposter syndrome every single day, but I've created some really rock solid habits that support me in not having to go through the whole pit of despair over and over and over again every single day. But just last week, I was experiencing some imposter syndrome, and I messaged several of my friends, Molly Mahoney and Rachel Miller, and I said, you guys, I am having one of those moments. I'm having an imposter syndrome moment. And my friend Molly says, oh my gosh, thank goodness, yay, you're human. And Rachel went on to share with me a book that I needed to read, and it was awesome. But one of the things that's crazy is imposter syndrome used to be almost immobilizing for me. It would paralyze me. I'd be stuck. I felt like it was so difficult to make decisions. And I want to share with you what it used to look like versus what it looks like today. So in the past, it would come up for everything. It would come up for when I first became a mom at 21, I felt like I was way too young. I didn't feel like I could talk to teachers with authority. I remember there was a doctor who I didn't connect with, and he was yelling at me and saying I wasn't a good mom. And I wish that at that point I would have known, like, listen, you're a great mom. You are, you know who you are. It's okay that you disagree with him. But I thought that because he was someone in a white coat, that I was the one that was in the wrong and he must be the expert. Imposter syndrome kept me from trusting myself, making my own decisions, and letting other people make the decisions in very crucial moments. And so the truth is, imposter syndrome first showed up for me as a mom, and then began to show up for me in my career as I became a hairstylist and then a marketer. And now today I own several companies. But the truth is, there are a lot of people who are mentors and coaches who honestly are looking to attract non-confident people who go through imposter syndrome with the hopes that they can be positioned as the ultimate adult, the authority, and instead of empowering their clients to believe in themselves, they disempower people who experience things like imposter syndrome. And I personally experienced this in some of the mentorships and coaching relationships I went into. Now, I don't believe that I'm a victim in any way. I just truly believe I wasn't someone who was standing strong in my power. And so sometimes those relationships can almost look a little bit like parasitic or mildly predatory because they're looking for people who aren't confident. Now, I'm really good at acting, and so in seasons of my life and business when I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm not a person who's qualified, or I don't have the credentials or whatever to show up as this professional or whatever, I would play the part. I would show up as though I were ready. I would wear a blazer and make sure my hair was nice and polished. And what's so interesting is I thought that looking the part of being super, qualified and professional would make up for this terror that I experienced every single day, especially when it came time to make decisions. When it was time to rebrand our business or create a new website or hire someone, I would have this paralyzing experience where I thought I'm going to make this horrible decision and everything's going to fall apart. But thankfully, over time, I learned, guess what? Nothing is going to fall apart. It will all be fine. Every mistake is actually a learning lesson. And what's really powerful is over time, I learned that every mistake can be made up for. Now, the crazy thing is though, the more that I become comfortable with realizing, wait a second, I don't need to look for the adult in the room. I am the adult in the room. I started to realize like I could get my nails whatever color I wanted. I didn't have to try to pretend to be a professional. I am good at what I do and I can be comfortable with that. I can wear what I want. I can show up how I want as long as within reason I'm being respectful to other people as humans. The truth is, all of these things that we think we should do are all just indications that we're experiencing imposter syndrome and trying to prove a point to someone or groups of people. Now, I'm going to share with you several things that have been super supportive of my journey towards beating imposter syndrome and how I manage it. And then I'm going to share with you guys 27 strategies. You can grab it. It's a free download. You guys can feel free to print it out, put it by your computer. So number one is pattern interrupt. When imposter syndrome kicks in, go on a quick power walk, listen to a positive soundtrack, do something that takes your mind off of the current track. That brings me to point number 2, program your mind. I do this intentionally every single day by choosing prayers, affirmations, meditation, or all 3 to prevent imposter syndrome. I also do visualizations, I journal, I read really good soul reads that feed my soul every single morning, and those things are all a part of my intentional programming. And number 3, I listen to things like the Mulligan Brothers, Motiversity, Live the Life That You Love on YouTube, and I create those soundtracks intentionally while I work because it motivates me and fills me with like positivity, motivation, and encouragement so that I remember every single day that I'm not an imposter and that everyone, yes, feels that way. So I hope that this video served some of you guys. Comment below and let me know, are you going to use some of these strategies? Oh, and check out in the comments beneath this video, I put together 27 strategies for beating imposter syndrome. You guys can grab that right now. Be sure to subscribe to my channel because I don't want you to miss. I share about business, marketing, and social media every single week. I will catch you guys later. Bye for now. The more that I break through imposter syndrome, oh my gosh, why is that making a weird noise? Are really just indications that we're experiencing imposter syndrome. I can't say it.